To conclude, my thoughts on the technology frustration I've had is that Copilot does not allow more than 3 lines in their input box. So even for these 4 lines, I have to scroll to view it all. And for my wise response, I first just wanted to read these 2 quotes from our readings. The first one is that wisdom deals with values. It involves the exercise of judgment. And so, right, for my wise response, I basically have to accept that the developers and the software development team at Microsoft considered this and made this part of the user experience. And so understanding that, potentially because we're on the student license, that, they're trying to encourage students to maybe not copy and paste every single part of their homework straight into here, to make it a little bit more to make it so that you have to have a little bit more thought into what you're going to prompt the AI with. And the other question from the other reading states that what satisfies one may be abhorrent to another, that what compromises problem solution for one is problem generation for another. And so again, I've stated this in some of our past discussions, but limiting this to 3 lines might make it so that Microsoft, right, they might get smaller prompts, which likely can make the AI engine go faster. But then the other problem with that is you might get increased speed, but maybe people are limiting context, and so that is going to cause them to have to ask more questions. But it's all this give and take, and so just because this box becomes dynamic, it might help me as the end user, but it might create more problems for the development team. And so if my problem were to be solved, it's potential that there'd be more problems for the development team. And so that kind of concludes my thoughts on my wise response. And the 2 trade-offs, I kind of already mentioned these, but this has the potential to encourage users to have more distinct inputs. And the other trade-off is that right, the performance could potentially be improved, and then with longer prompts, right, it might take longer, but sometimes longer prompts are going to have more context, which would help users answer their question quicker. And then the irreversible effect, users lacking context could slow things down for this engine. And the other irreversible effect is, right, some people, because of the UI, they might just decide entirely to use a different engine. And for Microsoft, that might mean that they choose a completely different stack than what Microsoft has to offer, whether it's their cloud services or others. And that's it for this discussion.